Yo, what's up everybody, here the random guy. Welcome back to my channel. And it's been a quite while I haven't been reacting to scary videos, but yeah, this is gonna be another one, and it's based by chills. 5 scary videos that freak me out, and I'm gonna be linking the original video to the description. You wanna watch it by yourself if you're not too afraid to watch it. And I guess if you dare, but yeah, subscribe to chill, subscribe to my channel if you're new here. But yeah, I react and everything. It's here. And without further ado, let's begin the video.
This is the initial reaction of a YouTuber named Joey Mac 420 after experiencing a mysterious encounter while motorbiking in the mountains of California.
And it was all fun and games until a freaking ghost girl just comes out of nowhere.
He and his friend are out on a long bike trail with no one.
What do you mean a ghost girl?
Miles,
Ah man,
no
we're just starting the video.
Everything is going fine until at one point the trail dips along the base of a mountain and runs parallel to a creepy section of woods. Joey comes around a corner and is surprised to see this person approaching him, someone who he's never seen before and yet who looks strangely
it might be a
familiar.
hiker.
He's so freaked out by the sight of someone all the way out here.
She's barefooted, man.
Town, that he veers off the path and takes a look over his shoulder to make sure what he saw was real.
That is so creepy. Brain's gonna freak out. Do I go back and look for him? What? Where did she come from?
She walks by, but something is really off about the
how come he couldn't see it?
He can't tell what it is, but it scares him bad. A close-up shows some reasons why.
How come he didn't not see it?
And doesn't turn to notice him at all. No wave or acknowledgement
I'll be
or anything.
freaked out right now.
She seems to be holding something. When his friend drives by a short while later, he says she behaved differently and ran straight at him. I think she appears to not be in the right mental state, since she was all by herself in the mountains walking a long distance without any shoes. That's when Joey remembers a missing persons
that's what caught me in my eyes
area from not too long ago, and I think this was very smart thinking on Joey's part. He checks the database and brings up this photo. Carly Lane Gousset. I know it's kind of hard to tell from this distance, but I do see some possible correlations between the person in this video and the person in these missing FBI photos. The hairstyle is similar and she seems to have the same high cheekbones.
She has the same shirt right there.
A teenager, much like Carly, who was 16 when she went missing, but overall it's too far away to say for sure if it's her or not. All of this bothers him enough to call the local sheriff. And I wanted to know if you thought this phone call is real.
I think I might have seen the girl.
Do you know the name of the person?
Yes, it's Carly Gousset.
The person on the other end sounds like a professional call dispatch based on the questions she has and the order she says them. First, she makes him clarify the address, which is what a real emergency operator would do.
Oh, that's really cool. That's good. We're off topic.
Then she asks for a clear description of the missing person in question.
Do you remember what color shirt and pants she was wearing?
And she wants to know if Carly was with anyone else.
And she was by herself.
It's a logical line of questioning that seems she's following a real procedure she was trained for, which makes me believe this call was not fake. Most convincing of all is the way the call ends. It seems professional and exactly like what a real law enforcement official would say.
And she was by herself.
Yeah, she was by herself.
Man, I don't even know. I don't even know.
So I think this is probably real.
Who knows? Might be real, who might be fake. It's just playing your tricks in your mind.
Besides,
you know?
Joey isn't the only one to have seen Carly. Someone once saw a particularly thin girl walk by his house near where she went missing. She was not paying attention to anything at all, just staring at the sky in a daze, much in the same way that this girl he saw today was staring straight ahead. Most mysterious of all, a second report that she was holding something that they couldn't identify, which matches what Joey saw. What I don't understand is how this
I mean,
person
who
could be
knows
so
what
out
it
of
could
it and yet
be?
survive on their
It
own
might
for
be
over a
just his
year.
hand. It
She was
doesn't looks
last
like
seen in
since it's the
October of
blurriness.
2018, and this
Who
video
knows
is
still?
from July 19th of 2019. I guess nothing came of his report because as of the time of my analysis, Carly is sadly still missing. One thing
Aw,
that has
that's
always
creepy.
creeped me out is the thought of being watched by someone who is interested in your every move and possibly recording it to watch over and over again, or even to post
Yeah,
online.
which is gonna be
Apparently
very
easy to
careful
do and
about
happens
that.
more frequently than you think.
Cameras
In
placed by
early 2019,
whatever.
an Airbnb traveler named Max Vest rented this room to rest his head. Does it look normal to you? If so, you could be getting spied on tonight. Under a mirror
I
is
saw
a small
something
black
else too in the
camera
counter.
positioned to watch you in bed. It's very
Yeah, that's
small
what I
and easy
saw.
to
That's
miss,
what I
but
saw.
that's the whole entire point. And the black bottom of this plug-in deodorizer
Yeah, like
is also
say
a
I
spy
saw that.
camera positioned across from the dresser. And I don't think I would have noticed, to be honest, if it were me staying there. But just because you now know of two different types of spy cameras shouldn't make you feel anywhere near safe. Meanwhile, in a different hotel, one of these three objects on the table is a spy camera. Do you know which? Even if you guessed the lamp,
The lamp.
I bet you
That's
didn't guess where. Last but not least, this man once spied on his female roommate for a long time, using a camera
always
behind a
check
curtain
your
rod in
stuff.
her
Always
room.
check your
He's a
stuff.
tall
You don't
man,
know
but
what's
even he has to
under,
reach above
like
to
in
set it
some
up. He lines up her
circumstances that
closet
someone
and her
goes
bathroom
in there.
one frame, and satisfied with the position, takes his leave. Most people would hardly pay attention to the corner of their own room. How long do you think it would take before you notice the camera, if at all? It would probably take me a long time. So if you
Yeah,
travel
since
a
they're
lot,
little,
then there is a chance
why would
this
they
might
even
have
sell
already
some little
happened to
cameras?
you, or if you live
It's
with
just
someone
like
you
doesn't
hardly
make
know,
sense.
they could use a number of different spy gadgets against you for the entire time you've been talking to them. And when that happens, they can either keep the video to themselves or spread it online. Pretty creepy to think about, right? A
Yeah,
British
really
family
creepy.
seems to be haunted by a spirit they call Freddy. Unlike most other families with a lingering paranormal problem, they seem to have gotten used to being haunted for the most part and largely ignore Freddy, laugh at him, or otherwise treat him as if he's a bratty child. It's an unusual technique that's made for some interesting videos from 2017 to 2018.
Oh, it might be a
Come on,
string.
Freddie. I know we call you Freddie, but we don't know what to call you yet. But we like it.
I guess this
I mean, I
ghost
saw the
simply
dents. I
doesn't
saw
like to be
dents, so
addressed
I
by
don't
the
know.
wrong name because nothing touches the can, and yet it makes a noise and goes flying. They never do call
You
it
could
Freddy
literally
again
see a
after
dents.
this, at least not to its face. I don't see how this
Oh,
is
I don't
faked
know if
because
I'm
I don't see a
hallucinating,
string.
but
In fact,
I saw
don't see a
dents.
string in any of their videos, like this one for example. No string shows against the dark window as this phone lifts up and slams back down only when she tries
How
to say
is
hello.
that?
Don't touch it. You don't have to touch it.
Boom. Oh.
And later they turn the light on just to prove that it's
Did
not
I expect
fake.
that it would say hello?
The light on. The light on.
Is it still like? How is that possible? Oh wow.
Look, the light
Just-
is on. You can clearly see there is no fishing wire or strings.
If this isn't a ghost, then tell me how it's being done because I
Still,
really don't
I mean,
know.
it's kind of 50-50 since they're
Yeah.
hiding behind the camera. You get
Most
me?
of the activity seems to be happening in this living room. When they are all in the kitchen, stuff in the room always seems to move, almost like Freddy is trying to get them to come over here. Aside from the phone, this dog picture seems to be its next favorite object to animate and suspend in midair.
You'll be alright. Oh yeah. I'm not lying. The picture is levitating. It's, I can't. You
I suppose somebody could have been standing on a ladder off camera and using a string.
I
for the
mean, that's
last
what I'm
video, but I
saying.
don't
They're
see
just
it.
pointing
There
the
are other
camera.
videos
Why
like
do
this
they
one
just
where
like
they
point
show
it
the
like
full
this? It's
room. And look at that
like
flashing
still
red
just go
light.
to it and
looks
see
like the
if there's
ghost may
no.
have left them a voice message, which they unfortunately don't play. I would have really liked to have heard Freddy's real voice. Here they are on a different day, standing all the way on
Oh,
the
the
other
cat
side of
now
the
sees
house,
it.
and here the picture is bobbing up and down all on its own, while the curtains move about on their own. The windows are up, so it's not somebody running a wire from outside. There's just
Yeah,
no easy
literally.
explanation for this one. Then, to make matters even more confusing, The picture simply drops on its own as if the ghost is done
It's
playing
freaking
with
levitating.
it.
Why
When the mother goes to
everything's
pick it up,
levitating?
the overhead lamp starts swinging all on its own.
Oh,
Swinging
it's a
lights
levitating.
are
Was
another
levitating.
tactic Freddy uses to try and drive them mad. It is one of the things that seems to honestly annoy the mother, and that's probably why Freddy is always doing it so often. First, it swings back and forth, and then when that fails to get a reaction from them, it starts to move in small, nauseating circles. Before you say that the camera person must be pulling on it with a string, consider that there's clearly no string to be seen, and that the light over the living room, where no one is standing mind you, is doing the exact same thing. Plus, I really don't think they'd risk breaking the lamp by swinging it this hard themselves, and the more they ignore it, the harder the lights swing. Freddy gets so upset that he figures out how to express his anger in a new way.
The door. Look at that. The door's never done that, ever.
Oh, nah. Just get out. Just get out. Just get out.
Nobody touches the door at all. Nobody is anywhere near that part of the house. At 49
Just get
seconds
out.
is
I will
when you
be
should be
done,
able
man.
to
I'll
see
be
a
done,
string
like,
connected to the
Shoot,
door.
you'll never see me
But even
again.
at half speed and zoomed in, no string is to be found. It's truly closing by itself. And in this window, where objects are always moving, stands the outline of Freddy. Some videos seem much more easy to explain than others. Somebody could be shaking the table from underneath.
What? The table's moving. Alright, stop that now. Look at the cat, look at the cat. I know.
While other videos seem unexplainable even years later,
There's
I
a
would
lot
like
of
to have seen
entities
the other side
just
of
right
this
there.
picture to see if they were using high-powered magnets, but I guess we'll never get the chance. I find it interesting that Freddy seems to be confined to the kitchen and living room areas. Something bad must have happened here to confine it to these areas of the house. Perhaps its anger will one day allow it to explore the rest of the home. In the meantime, they don't know what it is
leave.
or what it's trying to tell them, and they don't really seem to care. And their indifference only seems to make Freddy grow more determined
Yeah,
to grow
it
stronger
just
and
throws
show
me
them
off.
his
It might
true
be fake,
form.
might be real. Who
There have been
knows?
some odd
Since they're
cemetery
just not
happenings
like
that have been freaking me out
doing nothing,
lately.
you get me?
Weird occurrences that I hope don't signify a new trend. Take this video from 539 Productions, for example. He's walking around the graveyard for fun, as he tends to do, and he goes all the way back to the oldest row of markers, ones that border the forest. Right next to this one is a mysterious opening that looks like it goes all the way down, presumably 6 feet under. To clarify, it's not the right size for someone to go down into, but rather the right size for someone to squeeze up through, as if
Oh, I
someone who
see
had been buried
something,
recently
I
had
don't know.
clawed their way to the surface. I know it sounds far-fetched,
Do I see
so
something?
maybe it's just an animal den like 539 Productions suggests.
Oh,
at least
it's
I
just
hope
dirt.
so. But when he finds another hole at a completely different graveyard, it really starts to make you wonder what's going on. I mean, the hole is the exact same size and the exact same placement as before. And again, it looks just
It might be
wide enough for a person to
water
squeeze through.
puddles
And when
that
you
make
look at
sense.
videos
You
like
get
this
like
one,
that's how
where a
it
man apparently
makes.
smashes through the casket at his own ceremony in Brazil, it starts to become a little more believable that this scenario could happen while underground. Look at the patch on this government agent's sleeve. These don't look like regular police to me. After a while, they back away and seem reluctant to touch him, which makes me wonder why. And finally, this is one of the more recent graveyard videos to go viral. Family and friends gather around. A man named Elliot, who passed away days ago, suddenly he sits up at 13 minutes and looks around, stunned. This video looks like it was set up because I'm pretty sure he's breathing at 10 minutes and 2 seconds, well before he supposedly comes back to life. But just because I don't believe this video is real doesn't mean it's not creepy to think about. And it also doesn't disprove the other
That's
strange
just
graveyard
messed up and creepy
sightings.
out.
I've got a challenge.
Who would have
for
done
you.
that?
Since you've made it this far, why not like this video and hit subscribe in the next 5
I'm just
seconds?
it's kind of
Because
scary,
I
not
upload
scary.
4 new
Same
scary
time,
videos
like,
every week.
why? That's
If
the
you're
most
curious
weirdest
about
thing.
what I look like in real life,
Mind-blowing
go to
stuff
my
happening.
Instagram at DylanIsChillinYT and tap that follow button to find out. Number 1. Lectworth Village used to be a collection of 130 mental asylums built 2 hours from Brooklyn, a place where unwanted people in the early 1900s New York were taken to be forgotten, never to be visited, never to be removed. Atrocities were
sad.
inflicted daily upon
That's really
patients
sad.
unable to
Really
make
sad,
sense
really
of what was
sad.
happening to them or to defend against it. With a ratio of 3 nurses to every 80 patients, there simply wasn't enough staff to keep everyone well fed or even alive. Mealtimes were a mad scramble in which a handful of nurses had to shovel food down patients' throats, often against their will. Some didn't survive. Their bodies were branded with a number
Sounds
and
really
taken
terrifying.
to a cemetery in a nearby forest.
Really terrifying.
Lectworth Village did not shut down until 1996, 85 years of suffering total. Now, after 100 years after its creation, the 130-building mega asylum has rotted down to only a few of the most haunted sites left standing. Areas full of activity that a paranormal explorer named Angelo wants to document. On March 2nd of 2020, Exploring with Angelo enters one of the only buildings left standing. Shadow figures watch from a distance as they cautiously make their way through. Apparitions who are there one moment and gone the next. And it isn't until they begin walking
imagine
up the
getting
stairs
those
that the
goosebumps.
creepy
Look at
noises
me.
begin.
Look at this.
Sounds like doors opening while both of them are standing in place.
Ooh. You could literally feel like you're in there.
Or this low croak.
I hate those sounds. I really hate those sounds. Like you feel like you're in there.
That's weird. That's weird.
Or when they get to the top and find the doors wide open leading into the dark forest. So if this door is already open, then explain this.
Why these stairs are all made of metal?
I'm not seeing that. I'm not gonna see it.
The door somehow creaks open without moving. It sounds like it's being pulled open from straight ahead.
Just get out. Why would you just want to get in further and
5
further?
minutes and 6 seconds when the sound happens. And here it is again at 5 minutes and 50 seconds after the sound. It's open at the exact same angle down to the degree. They didn't touch it. They step through and turn around to look at the door from outside. They turn out their light to see if they pick up anything. Sure enough, these two beady eyes reflect on the wall despite there being no lights of theirs turned on.
Just get out, man. Just run as fast as you can. Just go. Don't even come back.
At 6
just they're
minutes and 25 seconds,
doing it for
they hear
views.
and see something jump across the camera. When they turn their lights back
Oh,
on,
their
it's
eyes.
gone. They explore a few other rooms, and when they retrace their steps, the phantom doorway opens once more.
Oh, this is really scary. I like something breathing up. Oh no.
Just keep going.
You had it. Headphones. No.
The top floor is filled with hospital beds.
Like,
Look
there
what
was
appears
some
right as
breathing.
They ask a simple question out loud.
People claim they see in this place. Shadows.
A glowing circle floats by in response, and soon a bad feeling rushes them off of this floor. But as they are leaving, they hear this noise coming from a different building, one deeper in the forest.
That's what we've been hearing. That's what we've been hearing, but that's
No. I'm not doing this.
Angelo is walking towards the noise when it becomes evident that they are surrounded.
What?
They are looking
No, that's
one
the
way
most
when a
scariest
hiss comes
one.
from the
That's
opposite
not.
direction.
Can do this. Just finish.
Oh, what the f was that?
Up ahead is another asylum building and more voices.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're right. That's where
I heard a door. I heard
This large
something
white
open.
sideways face
I heard
peering at
something.
them from inside. As
Pure
they walk
evil,
around the
dude.
perimeter,
Pure
all of
evil.
the commotion strangely stops. The forest is as silent
get a
as
lot
can
of
be.
goosebumps
But
right
as
there.
soon as they enter the building, they hear the noise again. Something is playing with their mind. Inside is little more than room after room of decaying white wallpaper. When they reach the end of the hall,
No.
they hear heavy footsteps from
please,
where
I'm
they just
begging
were.
you.
This sounds like real fear to me. At first, they try to determine where the footsteps are coming from, but this is the moment they need to get out of there fast.
Ever since we got here. Yeah.
Don't tell me running.
Oh my god. Jesus Christ.
No, I'm
They
just
face
joking.
their fears long enough to stop and
I
turn
did
around
not
one
know.
last time to confirm
Just
they
a
were really
little
being
bang. What about the
followed.
rest of the bangs? They never left.
I'd
Just
say it's pretty
leave,
clear
god
that they
damn.
were.
Oh, okay, that's the end. That's the end. No. That's just like messed up. That one just was messed up. A lot of goosebumps. No, I prefer not to go investigate if I was there. Just leave. Why would you gotta get more paranormal stuff? Like, seriously. Anyways, that was the end of the video. I just got a little bit spooked out on the last one. The last one was really spooky, but the rest one I did not believe it because I mean, stuff loading, that's just the classic one, you get me. But in the abandoned places, oh hell no, I just got like the freaking goosebumps right now. I mean, you can even see it, but I actually got scared. Like, just leave. Why would you just give more further and further? But yeah, and it was that was the end of the video. It was actually scary. If you want to watch it by yourself, link in the description. And subscribe to my channel if you're new here. If you don't want to subscribe, okay, it's fine. But see you in the next one.